Alright, so the stream's closed. Skype is the only thing open.
There we go.
There we go. As soon as I close the stream, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so maybe we won't have to.
Alright, so once again, we are watching from the point of view of ClickBoxer.
Alright, his opponent is Use, like as in my cousin Vinny, Use guys.
Exactly. Shinigami TV is slowing down the game.
It's what I do. It's my strategy for better macro, to slow the game.
I like how you're slowing down the game when there's approximately 15 units.
Yeah, wait till it gets more.
Oh boy. This is Kangaroo Coaching Corner, brought to you by Tampa Esports and Shinigami TV. Hoorah. Alright, early probe scout. Good, becoming probes.
Looks like a standard pylon down, coming for a forge or gate. Yep, there's the forge.
Hotkeys. Very good. You have hotkeyed your Nexus. This is good.
Averaging around 60 APM for both of them, so it is definitely a gold match.
Sneaky probe right here.
Never trust a probe. Looks like he hasn't been spotted yet, so Use guys hasn't seen him.
Hey, use guys.
Zergling's coming out to gain a little bit of map control there, so we're going to be seeing some hecticness soon, but his cannon is already up.
Alright, we do have a supply block here from Boxer. Alright, that was only temporary.
Just finishing it up, yeah.
Yeah. Not the biggest deal.
Late expansion from the Zerg. Went pool first and then a lot of other stuff, and finally got that expansion.
2 cannons.
I don't think you really need 2 cannons. There's no...
No, you generally don't.
Any roaches or anything.
Yeah, not unless you're seeing a roach.
Times 4, I'm barely holding on, dude.
Well, sorry.
That's okay, as long as it's not lagging you down. I have cast in all sorts of situations. I can do this. As long as it's not slowing the stream down, we're fine.
Nope, we have 0 drop frames at 30 frames per second.
Outstanding. Keep it going. Robotics almost complete. So looks like a Century Immortal. +1 just finishing up as well. Come down. Probes seem to be continuously being sent out. Observer just been finished. Very nice.
Good hotkey usage. I like how the forges are on a hotkey. Very nice.
Templar Archives. He's got his... Or Twilight Council, I mean. He's got his Zealot, his Scouting Zealot up there at the Minerals hotkey in case he needs to run him around. More Zerglings.
Let's take a look at something else. Not gonna do anything.
Good observer making his way across to get a scout in, see what he's up against. Yep.
Okay, I think... Yeah, I remember watching this replay. Okay, so let's watch this War Prism.
This deep drop coming in.
Yeah, I was not too pleased with the War Prism play here. You're basically taking too long to use it. But this is a gold level match, so... Let's see, does his opponent even know about it?
I don't believe so. Well, it did fly by an observer, so
Yeah,
an overlord. Yeah, there's the spawning pools coming down, spore crawlers.
Yeah.
Spore crawlers. Yeah. So it's going to be well defended.
Indeed.
Spire just almost complete. Third base for the Zerg going down as you're coming in.
Alright, So, what's going to be your tech path from here? Because it's a little late for a Mortal Sentry push. Okay, so you're going Colossi. That's good.
You know what? This would be good if as soon as he sees that this isn't working, get right over to that third base.
Yeah.
This would have been a good like. Oh
yeah,
shit.
you shouldn't have even dropped. I mean, you
here.
saw the Spore right here. The Spore can see these guys.
Pick him up, get out of there, get over to that third
somewhere
base.
else. Yeah, but that's pretty obvious. That alone's not going to lose a game.
Holy oversaturation on the natural Batman for the Zerg.
Yeah, man.
17 at the main, 14.
All right, why aren't you chronoing? You've got a upgrade going on.
Lots of energy. Max energy on both Nexus.
Yeah, your Robo's busy. Where's your Chronos, man? Always chrono these high-level units, including the Observer. Always chrono them. Always chrono your forges. Never let those forges go unchronoed. That's one of the huge advantages Protoss has, is to be able to get upgrades out before anybody else.
Yeah, that 2-2 would be that 2-weapon ground weapons would be done already.
Yeah.
The Zerg army is all corruptors and Zerglings.
Corruptors. 7 corruptors.
I guess he's anticipating lots of Colossus.
Well, has he started his Greater Spire yet? No, he's
Nope,
still...
just started his infestation.
Alright, good. Ah, chrono it again, chrono it again. Chrono, oh, there you go.
+3 starting up.
What I want to know is why you're not taking your third here at ClickBoxer.
He is. His third just got up. Oh, it's his normal third, you mean?
Yeah, that's fine. This is a new map.
He's going on the philosophy of expanding.
Well, this would technically be a fourth because of the big
Yeah.
rocks.
Expand in the direction
Yeah,
of
so actually, I take it back. This is fine. This is good.
Zergling Baneling force moving over to the right hand side. Zealot Scout getting picked off. Those 3 overlords seeing everything that comes through the middle.
Indeed.
Lots of Zerglings. This is a surprising army for the Zerg player.
Yeah, it's not really the best composition, especially when you know Colossi are coming out.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, there's only 2 Colossi.
Those Archons are going to be ripping things apart. That'll be nice. Especially at +3 finishing up. Is he still chronoing it?
Alright, at this point in the game,
paused.
let's see, have you scouted the opponents? Wow, you just started Thermal Lance. If you're gonna do Colossi, you have to get Thermal Lance immediately. Don't wait on that.
Game resumed.
Well, even though he hasn't scouted the third has not been in production at all. So I'm kind of lucking out there that the Zerg didn't saturate at all. That third's been up for a while.
A little bit splat blocked here.
Hydra Ling. Zerg does not have the greatest comp.
No, that composition's pretty bad against this guy right here.
I'm wondering if, like, at this point, it's the army spline and everything. He could just walk through them right now.
He could have.
Been a good time.
Yeah, you're playing way too passive here, Click. Way too passive. I mean, look at how close you are to the fourth. This fourth would have died instantly. Well, now you're killing him.
Here come the Zerglings.
Why aren't you defending your zealots? Alright, you have a pretty badass composition here. There's really no reason to have run your zealots in there by themselves and then let them die, considering you're standing right here. You could have just gone as one coherent unit and easily killed this down, target fired it down.
And then turned and probably roasted some Hydralisks there.
Yeah, the number, let's see how many sentries you have. You have 7 sentries, so even if you didn't want to take the fight, you could have just force fielded this ramp and killed this effortlessly. Alright, so I would have to say right now the biggest mistake you're making is you're being too passive. You're just trying to get this big army and you're not being aggressive and you're letting the Zerg macro up.
Game resumed.
Now, granted, he's not doing a great job of macroing, but...
Yeah, just now, set it in saturation. Yeah, if you'd have done this the first time.
Yeah.
Set a little scouting force of...
And honestly, this is
paused.
advantageous for you even if he does try to attack, because he's got to come down a ramp, and you can set up a concave right here that is going to destroy anything that comes down here, especially with Colossi. And you could just funnel them in one at a time with the sentries.
Game resumed.
Zerg attacking from 3 different directions.
None of those directions being useful. Yeah, he really didn't lose much in that engagement. He probably could have kept pushing on him.
Yeah, no, he definitely should have kept pushing. There's absolutely nothing here for you to fear.
He's waiting for that Colossus, that third Colossus to come out, it looks like. Just rally it to the rest of the army and go.
Yep.
Go, maybe go.
Instead, you're going to get 1 gate. It's in your gate. 11 gate. Excuse me. What are those gates? Yeah.
T.
Oh, it's not a cannons. I'm an idiot. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 gates. There we go.
Yeah, there's some very key triggers that
Game paused.
if you notice in this fight,
Game
you'd be
resumed.
just walking on them.
Yeah.
Lack of roaches, the all hydras and all the hydras and zerglings and stuff, just really lets you know he's got a squishy army.
Do we have any beer? This is a on-the-air call for beer or stronger.
Whiskey, donkey. Sorry, had a Shrek moment there. Zerg's retaking another expansion.
Game paused.
Not really too catastrophic to you because it's way out in the middle of nowhere.
Game resumed.
I think
Jack and Jill.
I'm not so sure about taking that expansion on the left for ClickBoxer. You think the one on the right would have been a better one?
I don't know. This whole game is kind of strange. It's just playing too passively.
Yeah. Like he's been 200 for a while and he hasn't pushed on the Zerg at all, and he's got a huge bank. He could be reinforcing into it and just streaming units in.
Yeah. Instead, he's giving Zerg time to build up a pretty nasty position here.
I can kind of tell what he's doing because I've been in that mindset before, and he's concentrated on that Colossus count. He wants that critical mass of Colossus. He feels that's the only way he's gonna push.
If that was the case, though, he could have had that critical mass in 15, 16 minutes.
Yeah. Yes. Now there's swarm hosts up.
Yeah. Does he have no believer in him?
No, he doesn't.
Game paused.
Let's see. Let's go back before he pushed in.
Yeah, with those swarm hosts tanking the damage, the hydras are just kind of free reign, melting things now.
Game paused.
Even without the upgrade for the swarm hosts yet, even though at the
Okay.
21 mark.
There's no observer here?
Game resumed.
I didn't even see those DTs get picked off. They just sent in.
Wow. Your netbook is slow, man.
Yes, yes, it is.
Just so you know, audience, this is not my computer doing this.
No, that's all me. That's all this guy. Next week we'll be back up and running full
I'm
strength.
curious. Hit Control Alt F. What's your frame rate at right now?
Control Alt F.
Yeah.
Where's that supposed to come up
It
at?
should pop up in the top left.
Top left. I don't see it. Control Alt F.
Okay.
Game paused.
It's
ClickBoxer.
low.
What's up?
It's low. We're gonna say that.
Didn't even bother to display it. All right. You're in this situation here because you were too passive. Okay. Now you're not handling the swarm host properly. You're about to push in against swarm host and you don't have an observer. That's the worst possible thing you could do.
Game resumed.
There's no way to snipe them. There's no damage going down on.
Now you can have, once you're up 6 or more colossi, you are pretty much safe against locusts.
Game paused.
So it's not the end of the world that he's got swarm hosts, but you need to be able to push in and destroy them, or at least pick off the army or flank them or do something.
Game resumed.
Just rushing headlong into them without an observer is suicide.
Especially with the corruptors just sitting off to the side there.
Well, that's just to make it worse. Yeah, that should not have gone that way. If you had had an observer, that would have been totally
Had a huge upgrade lead. Had a great army comm. You just sat back too long.
Yeah. At this point, this is just gateway units. They're not going to really do it too much.
No, by the time the Colossus count gets
Yeah,
back.
and I'm still not seeing an observer.
I know he's somewhere.
Well, according to the units tab, there's no observer on the map right
It got picked off. I remember seeing that. It got picked off at the front of the natural. It flew in and there was an overseer there.
now. And more than likely, this is going to be the doom of you because your colossi count is low. Yeah, it's one-sided at this
Game
point.
paused.
Okay. Once again, well, let me start with this. For a gold player, your macro is okay. It's not bad. You're about where you should be. The problem is you were too passive with your army, and when you saw swarm hosts, you didn't deal with them properly, which is getting an observer. In the future, when you're at about 150 supply as Protoss, and you have the overhead, the bank or whatever to get up to 180, 200 very quickly, it's your time to go. You shouldn't be waiting any longer. You don't want Zerg getting up on 4 bases comfortably.
No. Even though he didn't saturate him, still that larva resource, a very important one.
Yeah. Now let's watch his other game. I don't know if he's in chat yet.
You want to do a share screen instead of bringing me into this one?
Okay, so in-game sounds are still too loud. Cannot hear me during battles.
Yeah, do you want to do a Skype screen share like we did for the tournament instead of this?
Yeah, does that work for you?
It's fine for me. I'll adapt to anything, man. It's my job.
All right.
Because I'd rather have me be a little slow than have the audience suffer for my netbookness.
Share screens. All right, I'm starting.
All right, I'm waiting for StarCraft to exit.
All right, in the meantime, I'm going to load up the next replay from ClickBoxer.
Alrighty. Yep, I'm ready. Screen shared. Are you in full screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. I got to go full screen window.
Yep. I read some notes actually that OBS actually does a better job of doing a window capture than doing a game capture. And like
So now
lighter.
we have ClickBoxer versus a Terran.
And you got my picture in the lower left.
God damn it.
You
Go
can close
away.
Click the there you go. Not that we don't like seeing my pretty face, but
Speaking of pretty faces, let me put my pretty face up there.
I see how it is. Alright, so Boxer, game 2. Let's see what you got going on here.
And I can't get out of the fucking window.
I wonder what why the Boxer. I wonder if that was a homage to Slayer's box. Alright, so let's see what he's going. That's an early 2 gas. So he's definitely going for some one. Oh, that was 1 gas. I thought there was 2 things there. So getting the cybernetics core, and I'm guessing warp gate before he expands.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why you did this on this map.
It's a long map.
Yeah. Especially against Terran. You're safe going Nexus first.
Probe's looking good. That's a fast robotics facility.
Very fast bay. Yep.
Wow, Rush Colossus. So he's pretty much saying, I am hoping you're going Marines.
We shall see.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good bet lately for that. Terran's going to go Marine mine versus pretty much everyone.
We are seeing a small revival of mech against Protoss, but still nothing significant.
Did they put that update in to change the upgrades yet? Or are they still thinking about it?
I think they're still thinking about it.
Like me, they're more focused on Hearthstone right now. Nice little Marine Marauder, couple of Hellions coming across. See if we get some good force fields. You should have enough to block this pretty easily.
Yep.
Now I already got a Colossus in the mix. That's going to help significantly as this all gets revised. Yep. Force fields, slicing them.
Excellent force fields.
Cut them right in half. The Zealots are taking all the damage. Exactly what you want. And you don't necessarily have to try and chase him there. You could probably pull back.
Well, at gold, yeah, he actually was microing that. I'm not sure why. It's alright. Good. Thermal Lance is coming out quickly. I like that. Are you chronoing it?
Chrono. It is one of your hugest advantages as Protoss. Other than your beefy units, you can get them out quickly. And them upgrades. A lot of gateways. Was he down up to 5 gateways now? 4?
I see at least 6.
6? Yep, there it is. There's a 6th one. Colossus count's starting to grow very rapidly. There's 3 out there now.
Mm-hmm. Feeling confident, pushing out.
+1 attack's almost done. Might actually be done. Is he been chronoing it? I don't think so. If he was chronoing it, I think it'd be done already.
No, it's not chrono. Oh, there we go. Chrono again.
Okay.
Alright, what are you doing? Why are you just sitting there?
He's got some nice pylon placement down for reinforcements. You're ready to roll. Roll tide.
Trying a frontal assault. It's working out for you.
Yeah, nice force field there to prevent anybody from coming into range. Here come the Vikings in. He's gonna pick off that natural.
Good. I would say this is worth it so far. Now, you kind of missed an opportunity, though, to go kill the third.
I don't think he even realized that it was there.
Nope, should've.
Yeah. So when you're moving in like that, especially with a third that's in between your target, don't forget to send your probe after he builds his pylon over there to check it. That would have been a real easy kill. That third would be a real easy kill, even right now still, instead of continually pushing into the front here.
Actually, I'm not sure how Terran's gonna win this. Did I accidentally let it win through?
You may have.
Yeah, I did. No, my mistake.
That's alright.
Alright, well, for the glory of ClickBoxer.
There you go, ClickBoxer.
We'll just edit that out of the highlight reel. Alright. So has anybody that has submitted replays in chat yet?
Do we have chat? Anyone?
While I fumble around with StarCraft.
You just in the...
Well, I can't alt-tab out while it's in windowed.
Yeah, you can.
No, I turned off alt-tab.
Oh. I've submitted. What's your game name? ColonThree SC.
Nothing in chat? Oh, ColonThree. Okay, cool.
Is that his game name too?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Alright, great. Alright, let's do ColonThree.
Alright, ColonThree, you're up.
Now, ColonThree actually sent me an email. I got 3 replays where I lose to things that I've always found difficult. Basically, everything not Marine, Medevac, Marauder, or Mine from Terran feels difficult due to not knowing how to respond and how to execute the build so that it fits. And also early game Zerg. I got a build where I go for a roach timing push, which is very effective every time I go against a macro Zerg. But what does most Zerg do? Blah 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 blah. Okay.
I'm sure he appreciates the blah 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 part. Alright. Colin, I feel as a Zerg player, as a gold level Zerg player, I feel your pain on this one. I actually had a couple matches the other day that I just almost pulled my hair out about, but so hopefully we'll get you some help on this, and we'll get me a little bit of help on it as well.
Yeah, we actually have. He sent me 3, and I screened all 3 of them, and I like them all, so we're gonna do all 3 of them.
All right, outstanding. Here we go.
And just for Jared, we're gonna go back to windowed full screen so he can see the game.
Yay!
Everything good on your end?
Yep. Read you, Lima Charlie.
Alright, so replays, ColonThree. Got Expo killed early, screwed later.
Good title. Zerg vs. Zerg, yeah, I can see that happening. Almost every time Zerg vs. Zerg, I go pool first. Where do you recommend throwing down the pool?
Oh, and Zerg?
Yeah.
Yeah, ZVZ, I would definitely pool first.
Do you 10 it or 14?
No. Don't 10 pool, but 14 it.
Okay. GLHF, nice and friendly, always good. That's the one thing you got to worry about when you're playing a Zerg player. When they don't say anything, expect a 6 pool.
I'm not sure that's totally fair, but yeah.
They're focusing too hard, watching the minerals. There's too much micro involved in going for a 6 pool in the first 10 seconds of the game for them to.
Apparently his opponent is too high to play StarCraft right now.
That is very common. Those trolling comments. You probably shouldn't be telling people how high you are in chat just because of the fact that you never know what games are going to end up streamed on the internet. And now everybody knows. I hope your mom's not watching.
Yeah. Okay, RBK Tank has got his gas down earlier, so his speed's going to be ready sooner.
Yeah.
At this point, much sooner.
It's the timing for that. If you throw it down right before your spawning pool, I think you have 100 right when it finishes, right?
Yeah. Nice.
Little Benny Hill music.
Nice delay.
And the first queen's heading over while the second queen builds after the larva inject. Good transfer. I like the overlord placement. Very aggressively safe. And from the speedlings.
And speed just finished for RBK Tank, Mr. High.
I think if you're not gonna, do you think you always need to get speed for Zerglings versus Zerg, or do you think that if you're gonna be going for a roach, getting like,
no, you have to skip it if you're going roaches.
Yeah,
But where is his roach flying?
hasn't built it yet.
Wow, it's just now going down. That's risky, man.
If you're going for roaches, do you want to just rush roaches? Like, don't
you
try
need to get your first 3 or so roaches out as fast as you can.
Okay.
And so far, he's good. And if he gets away with this, this is just greedy. If he gets away with this, then it's fine. But it is ballsy.
Balls of steel.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Building up. Yada yada yada. Let me point something out here that I like. Look at how RB Tank has got his Overlord spread all over the place. This is something all Zerg should do, but most do not, especially in the lower levels. You literally want Overlords all the way along the attack path into your base. Every possible vector that they can come in, you should have an Overlord.
He's got a nice spread across the midfield too.
Yeah.
I mean, that is like a line. That whole half of the map he has vision on, and then some of the other map too.
It's extremely vital for many reasons. Obviously, just to see the big Zergling inrush, but also to catch morphing Banelings. Which, yeah, here they are right here.
Yep.
You can actually see the edge of it with the creep right now.
Yeah, those couple banelings morphing in from that creep tomb.
Where are your roaches?
If you hit units and you click on the unit picture, it'll take you to them.
Yeah, well, I'm actually kind of... That's a rhetorical
Oh,
question.
there are no roaches.
Yeah. I see that he droned up, even in sight of an attack. Never drone when you see an attack. Hitting the Banelings with his spines, excellent. They're only making one roach.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, don't hit it.
Okay. You played too greedy here, and you got nailed for it. It was
Yeah.
greedy to put the roach form down late when you did, and it was greedy to drone up right in front of an attack right here, including Banelings. There's no reason for you to have lost this game the way you did. You could have very easily, had your Overlords out a little more forward, so you could have seen the Zerglings a little sooner. Because maybe you didn't catch that when the creep finally gave you vision here. Maybe you didn't see it then. But if you had had an Overlord out here, or somewhere out here to see, you would have seen those Zerglings sitting here and then the Banelings morphing. And then you do not want to drone when an attack is in place. You need to make units. You had plenty of bank to make enough roaches to deal with this.
Especially already having 2 spine crawlers there. You would have been able to, that ramp completely walled off. They would have done nothing. You might have lost a couple of drones to a bad Baneling hit, but you would have survived this in great shape.
Yeah. And at this point, this is pretty much GG. But this is Gold League, so... Just because you're way ahead doesn't mean the game's over.
This is true. Red, behind that attack, is heading for Mutalisks, which is not that surprising.
And now, actually, yeah, this is actually good for Colon because Banelings suck against roaches.
Yep, and until he actually gets the mutas out, you're pretty much at a good range. Ow. That looked painful.
Alright, mutas. What is your response? You see mutas. How are you going to handle this?
Hydralis Den. Spore crawlers.
There you go. That's what I wanted to see. Spores. Okay.
Good response. Yeah, you're gonna need to buy yourself a lot of time here.
Mm-hmm. Well, fortunately, your opponent is giving you time by doing this.
Yeah, that spore crawler is gonna finish up nice and easy. Roaches right in front of the spore crawlers. Gonna get all those Zerglings. Very nice.
Yeah, really, at this point, even I'm not sure there's a point watching the game at this point because it's still pretty much over.
Yeah, he's really far behind.
Yeah, you're really far behind. Okay.
Expansion going.
Yeah, let's move on to the next one. Overlord positioning and playing greedy in the face of an attack in ZVZ is just suicide. Alright, loss against Mech.
I don't think I spelled imminent right, but oh well.
Oh, did you put eminent?
I think so.
Is there a question? Is chat question?
No, that was me typing.
I think everybody's sleeping today.
It's okay. Yeah, and we do have 12 people in there though. If you guys do have any questions, don't be afraid to throw them in chat as we're going. I mean, we got the chats up. We got people watching the chats. We got a moderator there. We will answer them as you throw them at us. Alright. So, mech. What is a Zerg's standard answer to mech?
Swarm host.
That's a nice standard answer to mech. Is that the Zerg? Should be the Zerg standard answer to everything these days. you like swarm host.
I like swarm host, but I wouldn't say it's the standard answer to everything.
Marine mine's a little too mobile.
Yeah, no, don't do it against bio. Well, you kind of do it against Skytoss. You just need to make sure you spore up heavily behind it and have Hydras.
Yep. And Corruptors.
Corruptors, obviously.
Yeah, Corruptors and Swarm Hosts pair really well together. I mean, you do need other stuff in there to help out the Swarm Hosts when they try and rush on them, but...
Okay, right now you have an enormous economic lead.
Holy 2,000 minerals.
Yeah, why is your production so bad here? Oh, wow. I think I remember watching this. Alright, let's see how this happens.
Zergling versus Hellion.
It is. And if I remember correctly, these are going to be Blue Flame Hellions.
Pop the D.
Actually, Blue Flame is already done.
Oh, wow. That is an ultra-fast blue flame. It's a very smart play for Terran against Zerg.
Okay. The moment you see Blue Flame, or the moment you see Hellions, like, way before you see Blue Flame, you need roaches. Zerglings are not the answer to Hellions. I mean, very, very early on, if you get like 20 speedlings and you can surround a few Hellions, that's fine. But if he's committing to mech, which I think you know already, if I look at your point of view, you can see 2 factories here. Alright, a key way to spot mech as Terran is obviously more than one factory, but he might be going Widow Mines or something. If you see a tech lab, he's more than likely going mech.
And armor is kind of a giveaway too.
Yeah, well, the army, yeah.
That's the nail in the coffin
Yeah,
right there.
that nails it right there. So you had the scouting information to know he was going mech. At that point, you have to have a roach warren. Roaches are going to be the buffer of any composition you use against mech.
You can even actually probably cancel that centrifugal hook.
Yeah, because banelings are absolutely terrible against things like Thors. I mean, Thors have got, what, like 400 and something hit points?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to need like 20 banelings just to kill one Thor. Which is not cost efficient.
No.
Alright, and I don't see a drone pull here. This is not good. Honestly, your minerals are so high, you could have just taken every single one of these drones and just turned them into a spine. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that would have been better than losing them like this. Just control click your drones, C, and then just shift click all the way around, and just turn them into spines until you have roaches or something else to deal with it. Because Blue Flame, it's just not going to work with it. So you see this? I mean, they're just getting obliterated.
Roasting everything. And you eventually pick him off, but he lost a lot. Yeah, that Blue Flame only affects its damage versus light, right? So it's still, against buildings, be the same damage as solid.
Yeah, I mean, they're still pitiful against anything except for the Zerglings.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's look at the units lost here. Yeah, you see how inefficient that was?
Worst case scenario, you got a bunch of spine crawlers in your base. Best case scenario, he retreats and you can cancel him and save some.
Alright, now, because you were so economically ahead of him, the game is still pretty much even. Even after that attack. So, we're going to continue watching, because although you made that big mistake of trying to fight off Hellions with Zerglings,
You're not dead yet.
you're not even remotely close to dead.
Still getting the melee upgrades. I mean, if you're planning on were you planning on transitioning to Ultralisks or something? Is that where you're heading with this?
Well, you're against mech. You should be making roaches, and then eventually making swarm hosts.
So the melee upgrade kind of seems not needed.
No.
The ranged upgrade would have been more beneficial.
Yeah. And also Roach Hydra is fine too.
Hmm.
Assuming there's not heavy tanks.
Which they don't really seem to do versus Zerg anymore.
Yeah, I mean, if it's just a bunch of Thors, Roach Hydra is fine. If it's heavy tanks, then you need Roach Swarm Host. Eventually transitioning to higher tech like Brood Lords.
There's the +2 armor. Spire's about to finish up. I'm hoping he doesn't go Mutalisks.
I think he knows better. I think he's seen that Thors.
Yeah, he hasn't built any, so that's good. It looks like he's going straight for Hive Tech. He said,
Yeah, oh, okay, good. There we go. We got Enduring Locust. That's a good sign. And yes, Zerglings are pretty decent against Thors. You can surround them. But Roaches would have been better.
Did the Terran not send in his whole army with that? Did he just send the Thors?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, here's the other half of the army. Now he's sending like 4 more Thors.
It's a weird scouting push. Send him the most expensive unit to scout.
Yeah, pretty much. And I don't... I mean, we're really coming back to the same problem again, and that is there's no roaches. And you're just getting whittled away by the Hellions.
Yeah, there's just no way to get the the swarm hosts up in time as a reaction to the build.
Yep, it's just non-stop mech.
Yeah, and it's just gonna keep swarming in. And
Okay. Colin, remember this. When you see mech, you have to make roaches. When you see the Hellions, you should be putting it on a roach warren anyways. Even if it's just going to be against the initial 6 Hellions, a roach warren will come in handy at some point in the game.
yeah, it's a mistake I make a lot too. It's gonna take a lot of changing the thought process of your triggers.
Yeah. Alright. Let's see. Does he have any questions?
Any questions before we'll start loading up the third game? And if you got any questions, Colin or anyone else, feel free to throw them up in chat, and we'll address them as we load up this next third game from Colin.
Alright, now we have ZVT Akalon confused of what to do. Well, let us help him.
It is a Zerg versus Terran once again. I'm guessing this is the MMM that he was talking about. Yeah, he said he was prepping for Biomine.
But you clearly scouted mech.
You got to make sure that if you got a good scout too. You were focused on your build. You didn't actually take a look at it. I don't know why that got stuck in my head. Hopefully now it's stuck in everyone else's head as well. As is the 2 Utes and Use guys.
What is that from?
2 Utes? Or the tone.
Alright, well everybody's singing it here and I still don't recognize it.
That's great.
Oh, yeah.
What are they singing?
She was telling me about the South Park episode, the one where they had the animals close up with a wide-angle lens. It's like a show inside the show.
Did Khan tell you what I'm doing next Sunday?
No, what are you doing?
I'm having my cousin up in Massachusetts. I couldn't go to Massachusetts because I got school and I got to take care of the dogs and stuff. And we have our annual horseshoe tournament every year in Massachusetts. My dad's got 11 brothers and sisters, so I've got like 30 cousins and all sorts of huge family on my dad's side.
Wow.
So we have the horseshoe tournament every year, and they're heading up on Saturday to go up there. The horseshoe tournament's on Sunday. Well, he's going to set up an iPad on Skype, and I'm going to cast the horseshoe tournament on my channel. And my cousin, who kind of organizes everything, he's also running a non-profit, like Toys for Autistic Kids.
Yeah.
So try and post on Reddit and stuff, and help him get donations and stuff for that. So it'll be fun. And of course, I'll still be doing the coaching corner with you because I can keep that streaming, since you'll be streaming this, and then I can just talk to you.
Interesting.
I'll just add you to the call that I'm doing with the other stream, and I'll have that organized and all that fun stuff.
Taryn is doing a mixed composition here. Zerg hates this.
Yep.
But once again, roaches.
It was a very fast third base.
Oh, there's a roach one at 10 minutes. Very late for ZVT.
Roach warning is kind of becoming pretty standard in ZVT, isn't it? You kind of need it.
Yeah, yeah. Or else the Hellion harass won't stop.
And here comes the Hellbats. That's
Yeah.
Hellbat drops.
Hellbat. Okay, whoa, what is going on here, man? Okay. You see Hellbats in your mineral line, you immediately make a crawler, a spore crawler. You make a spore crawler in every single mineral line. Don't hesitate, just grab one, make the spore crawler instantly, go to the next space, do the same thing. Because especially without, you need to make roaches, but you're not going to be able to kill these hellbats in any reasonable amount of time, especially with the medevac support. So what you have to do is slowly whittle down the medevacs, and a spore crawler in your mineral line will do that. It takes hellbats a long time to kill a spore crawler, so they're not going to target it. They're going to go after your drones, which you should just be pulling and running around. The spore crawlers will slowly shut down this harass. Without them, he will just keep coming back and coming back and coming back over and over and over again.
Yep, Zergling's falling around, but I mean, he could drop his Hellbats right onto the Zerglings and not care.
Yeah, he doesn't. Hellbats are tough.
What's he building? 22 roaches in production?
Roaches are good.
Roaches are good. 22 roaches are great.
Nope.
They're definitely not going to get there in time. There we go.
Yeah, see, it's just going to be this whack-a-mole game here, because you don't have a spore crawler down.
You can almost always build a spore crawler against Terran.
Yeah.
And not be wrong.
Yeah, I agree. And if you're curious where to put it, you basically stick it like right here. That way, either direction they come in, you can shoot the medevac.
Yep, that healing range on the medevacs is not the largest, so as soon as they get close trying to heal, even if they drop from further away. Nice creep spread on this one. It's not, obviously it's not like pro level, but it's pretty decent. He's getting it out.
And here we go again.
Yep. Whack-a-mole, Benny Hill, however you want to play it.
Yeah.
Hey, my chat's working again. I don't know if there have been any questions. It disconnected me and reconnected me, so if you got any questions or anything while we're going on here, Colin, about anything that we're telling you, feel free to.
And now Terran's got a pretty commanding lead at this point. Okay.
Yeah.
This should be really simple. When you see a harass like this, especially Hellbat harass, you have to put down a spore, and you have to target fire the medevac. That's the only way to stop this and make it ineffective over time. You cannot almost ever stop the first drop of Hellbats. Like, they're gonna get on the ground. They're just too tough. Unless you just happen to have a magical set of Hydras just sitting right there that can somehow shoot the medevac down, which you never will. You're not going to be able to stop Hellbat harass, Hellbat drops without spores.
Yeah, you're just going to be running around back and forth too much. Queens just can't handle it.
Yeah.
Your macro and everything looked pretty good in that game, but just that little things, it's spore crawler. If you want to throw down, you don't have to. Rob doesn't necessarily disagree with it, but throw down a spore crawler anyway, right from the start, in every one of your bases against Terran. I don't consider it a horrible idea.
Yeah, but don't do the spores until about 6 to 7 minutes in. Don't
mess up your your macro and your build and everything to get him in there. There's not going to be a drop coming, of dangerous proportions like that until that mark.
Right. All right. Before we move on to another guy, do you have any questions, Colin?
Looks like everybody's having, Twitch chat's been really on and off lately. It looks like everybody's been having a little bit of problems of connecting and disconnecting. So I don't know if he's probably still watching, but I don't know if he's able to type right now.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna put this back into full screen real quick so that I can pull up the next guy's email. Alright, we have from KawaiiZerg. Okay. Hi Rob, I just bought this game 3 weeks back, and I'm already sick and frustrated because of the cannon rush. Please consider this for your coaching session and help me. Not a problem.
Alright, is KawaiiZerg out there anywhere? Are you out there? How does he spell it?
KawaiiZerg. K-A-W-A-I-I.
K-A-W-A-I-I?
Yeah.
As soon as I typed, I got disconnected. I don't think it went through either. Yeah, Twitch chat has been just ridiculous lately. I don't know what's going on with it. Alright, right. Well, hopefully you're out there, KawaiiZerg. If not, we will make sure to highlight and upload it. And Rob, you shoot him an email telling him that it's up there. Hopefully. All right, Derelict Watcher. I like how the gas on this one's different. It just looks cool. It's got the little Protoss things going on. Alright, so... I'm staying up watching too many streams. So, Cannon Rush Basics is Zerg. Once you see the probe, always have a drone on him when he's anywhere near you. Have your Overlord placement so that you're seeing what's going on. Having an Overlord at your natural, your second Overlord, I always send right to my natural to look for those pylons. And as soon as you see the pylon go down, you take, I think, was it 3 drones?
3 workers will kill a building cannon.
Okay. So as soon as you see it starting, you gotta respond to it, and that's the key. Can you see that?
Alright, you can't see the top one, and you can't see this one either.
And that's that step 1 of always having a drone attacking a probe that's around your base. That way they can't build those pylons that you can't see. Looks like he's going to spot the pylon here any second.
Double pylon. Wow.
This guy's committing hardcore to the cannon rush.
He is. Now, you could have killed this cannon very easily. Yep, there you go. Perfect. Perfect number. No, you can kill the cannon and just set another one after the drone. That's an overpull. Don't worry about the pylons. And you missed the one up here.
Yep.
Yeah, so at this point your natural is gone.
The only thing that might be able to save it is some spine crawlers.
Yep, spine crawlers are the only way you're going to be able to deal with it at this point.
Zerglings, if you... Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I was going to say, if you catch this in time, if you get the spine crawlers down in time, they have the same range as a cannon, they can shoot them down.
There's one good thing about the Zerg is that creep really prevents them from rebuilding them, so if you can get them down, you'll be in good shape. More Zerglings coming out, though. I understand it's a reaction trying to get those Zerglings out, but you just take your time, breathe, think, alright, there's 4 cannons there, Zergling's gonna be able to handle it. No.
Right. And when you have to get the spines down, basically ASAP, like it'd be too late right now to put down the spines. They take 50 seconds to finish. You've basically got to get the spine down. Like when you see the pylon and you're like, oh crap, I'm not going to be able to deal with that because I'm killing this thing here, then that would be your cue that you need to put spines down. But usually the best way to handle a cannon rush is to just see the probes. And the moment they put down a pylon, send a worker after the probe at all times. At all times. Never leave the probe unescorted. And then if he puts down a cannon, you send 3 workers to kill the cannon. And if he puts down another cannon, you send another 3 workers. It is always cost efficient for you to just kill the cannons with your workers before they get up.
And 3 will do the job. If you pull 3 when it's being built, it'll fill up before it's up.
Exactly. And that's really it. That's all there is to the cannon rush.
Yep. Oh, there you go. You're welcome, Colin, anytime. Hopefully you got some good notes out of it. He didn't have any questions. He just says it looks pretty good to him. He just needs to make those adjustments. Hopefully we'll get some more replays from you in the future on happier days.
Alright, so the next one is EnemyDrag, who is a Zerg.
Okay. Seems like Zergs are having a lot of getting...
We have no Terrans today. I'm really sad.
Yeah. Yeah, Zerg's a very good race, but it is a very, very hard one because there's a lot you got to be doing. I'm telling you, man, it's brutal.
All the races are like that, man. You're just biased because you play Zerg.
I am. Zerg does take a lot, though. It's just so different from both of the other races.
Well, there is some truth to that, and that is if you play Terran or Protoss, there is no natural transition to Zerg. The macro is very different.
That larva resource, that extra resource. Damn. That's my reaction.
Yeah.
And not a bad trigger. Go build it somewhere else.
Yep. Exactly. You can either send a few Zerglings down there or a queen. Doesn't matter.
Yep, they'll both take it out pretty quickly, and then you'll have 3 bases. Especially, it looks like he's going Forge first.
Oh,
Triple King.
This is funny.
Yep. You're so ridiculously safe right now because he's just blowing money on nothing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, didn't even get his economy going with the advantage that he took with the block. Double gas, very late on gas. Let's see how our hero Zerg's holding up. Probably could have built that 3rd base
Yeah, no, you should have built that 3rd base.
instead of the macro hatch.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Build your 3rd now. Build your 3rd. Build your 3rd. A lot of supply blocks here. I don't like that. Stay on top of your supply.
Yeah. Every round of things that you're building a lot of units that are using up all those larvae at one time. You're going to need to throw in an overlord or 2 with every round of units or drones or everything that you're bringing in. Otherwise, you're going to get supply blocked like that. Even if you start off building an overlord before you start building any units, hit the V and then build your units.
I must say, Protoss is doing a pretty good job of getting ahead in the worker count.
Yeah. Even as delayed as he was getting that natural down.
Yeah.
Got roaches, good, but it looks like we got void rays coming up. Looks like you are anticipating it or just going Hydralisk anyway, which is a good response. Spore crawler's going down, so yeah, he definitely saw that the void rays were coming. Not a huge fan of the spore crawler placement, but not bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely would have needed a spore here. Versus
And an overlord to spot that high ground.
Yeah. Alright, you're supply blocked again here, EnemyDrag.
Yep, 120, 120.
A lot of people don't realize how bad a supply block cripples them.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's the first stat I look at when I go into my score screen is time spent supply blocked. And if it's over a minute, I'm like, crap. I'm sure for really good players it's way under that, but
Yeah.
that's kind of my benchmark. If I've been a minute in game with
Usually
supply,
30 seconds is considered a pretty good supply block time for a
For the-
high-level game.
make sure you note that for the entire match, not for one period of supply blocking.
Exactly.
Because things are going to die and you're going to get supply blocked, and it happens. But
Alright. This is a standard or a pretty decent number of void rays. for
Yeah.
Protoss.
those void rays do get exponentially more painful as the more numbers they get,
They do, but they also tend to clump a lot more.
which is good for those infestors, which it looks like he's bringing out.
And boy's got some cannons here.
That dude is scared. Like those
Well,
void rays.
his goal is to build void rays and just fly around the map and
Yeah.
be completely safe in his own base.
1-8 of victory.
The problem is Void Rays are tremendously cost inefficient against units like Hydras.
Mm.
And it's even worse when you have Infestors.
So you're making the right decision so far, it seems. Still no Spore Crawler at the third, though. Well,
Yeah, but at this point, one Spore is not going to make a difference. One Spore or 5 would not make a difference at this point.
Nuts.
And as Jared said, the lack of sight here is really bad. You should have had an Overseer over here, at the very least. And frankly, yeah. One over here would be nice, too. Alright, so you're going to lose this hatch. There's no way you can stop this right now.
No, it's just too much damage per second on it.
That should be
damage per second.
down to you, all you players out there. When you're typing "what the fuck lol" in chat, you're not scouting well enough.
This is true.
Let me see. Do you even have vision of what he was doing? Possibly. More than likely, you would have had time to see all these Stargates. Yeah, because you scouted them. You scouted 2 of them under construction. Now you're gonna kill a bunch of Void Rays, which is good.
Yep. Be nice if you were sending your other Hydras.
Get your hatch up immediately. And now you are sieging into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cannons. Okay, this is good. So you get these down quickly.
Try to run by. Did he get the...
I think he's gonna get the he's gonna get the Nexus down. Alright, so a little bit of tit for tat there.
Did he take too much damage to his Hydra count, though, is what I'm thinking.
They're cheap. Hydras are cheap.
Yeah, they are streaming.
They're 50 gas, man. They're cheap.
As opposed to, what is it, 150 for the...
Yeah, compared to Void Rays, it's extremely cheap.
Coming back into poke again. All of it.
Okay, this is... Don't do this. Don't siege into a position with Hydras. Alright, you know he's got a bunch of cannons here. You know he's got a bunch of Void Rays. Honestly, when you're in a situation like this, a unique... or a very... It's not going to be that rare in your league, but later on it'll be rare. When you see a shit ton of cannons here, do something that they're not going to expect. Like, make a swarm host or 2. And just park him right here. Because that swarm host is going to just constantly come here and shoot away at these cannons. And he's going to be... either have to make more cannons or fly out there with his Void Rays. He wins Sky Toss. He's got no ground units. Yeah, he's got no ground units at all. Alright, and you're just going to sit back here with your Void Rays and laugh. Because he's going to fly out there, or excuse me, with your Hydras, and laugh when he flies his Void Rays out here and gets them all shot down. Because he's trying to kill a few swarm hosts that are sieging his position here.
Yeah. It would be one thing if you poked in trying to, bait out some Void Rays or something, but
Right.
siege, bad juju.
But see, you lost too many Hydras screwing around with the cannons.
Yep. And now the Void Rays are just chasing you down.
Yeah. If Protoss wants to sit in 3 bases and just wants to make cannons and Void Rays, fine. Just expand all over the place, make your Hydras, get a few swarm hosts to slowly siege him, and just suffocate him.
And heck, when he's doing that and not moving out, you can even afford to be dropping creep and
Yep.
spore crawlers all around your swarm hosts.
Gas saturation's not good here. Taking way too long to get this back up.
Yeah. Void Ray count getting redonkulous.
is a lot of Void Rays. Honestly, when you know the Void Ray count's going to get this high, get some Infestors.
Yeah, you already got the tech for it, so.
Yeah. And they're going to basically insta-jib this hive. Or this, excuse me, this hatchery.
And they're just gonna sit there and kill the Hydras. Though he does lose a lot of Void Rays.
Oh yeah, Hydras are so nasty against Void Rays.
Damn, that he should not have hung around there.
Yeah.
Especially the, I think 3 weapon just upgrade finish for Zerg too.
Go. Things are pretty much evened out again.
Rebuilding that expansion and building another one, perfect for as defensive as he has been. Especially after knocking out all those Void Rays.
Okay, so you're too loud again.
Oops, sorry. I'll back up a little bit. Yep, that's me. I'm just gotta back up a little. I should be good.
Good. We have Infestors this time.
It just takes time, Colin. They say it takes 10,000 hours at anything to become an expert at it. So that's a lot of StarCraft.
I'm gonna have to say at this point, Zerg is pretty much dead.
Yeah, the Void Ray count just keeps replenishing.
Well, it's not so much the Void Ray count; it's the inability to shut down the Protoss
economy.
Yeah, he's on 2 bases right now. You're on 1-ish. 2. You were on 2 or 3.
Is that no website researching?
Yeah, it is. This is gold, I believe.
Yeah, I know. I just love neural parasites. Neural parasited Thors sound hilarious.
Wow. This is holy cow. Okay, so now the game is totally in Zerg's favor again.
Some nice fungals and some hydras. Just do a 180 on it.
Yeah.
Get that base going again. You still have 2 other bases that are still. Wait, that south one got taken out too. Never mind. That north one, send your drones up to that north left one. I think he's gonna feeling too confident over push on this move out. I think that's what's gonna happen.
Well, he doesn't have the right units to siege. You have the right units to bait out attacks. Remember that. Hydras are high DPS, low damage sink units.
Normally I'd say throw infested Terrans in there, but their cocoons got nerfed hard.
Yeah, I wouldn't really do that. Honestly, just in a situation like this, where you know you have to let me look at this cannon count, this is just ridiculous. Now, a good Protoss would use all these minerals to make run by zealots, and he'd be chewing down every single one of your bases right now with run by zealots. But this guy is making cannons. And how many cannons is this? Okay, so he's got 13 cannons sitting here in one spot. And you're about to go siege it with hydras. That's bad. That's really bad. What would have been great would have been just either... No, just a few swarm hosts. Because there's nothing he could have done about the swarm hosts. Just a few swarm hosts just constantly pecking away at this. He would have panicked. He would have done everything he can to deal with it. And then you would have just been able to laugh because you would have forced the engagement, which you want. You have a superior army here to deal with Void Rays. Void Rays are nothing compared to this.
No.
You could have just kept picking off the Void Rays and you would have just bled him dry. Because compared to Hydras, Void Rays are ridiculously expensive.
And now he's tech switching to Tempest, so he'd be in a huge, beautiful position.
And the moment you see Tempest, you just make Corruptors, and they die very quickly.
Oh yeah.
Now this.
Yep, very few cannons at this base. Should be able to take down real quick and easy. It looks like he's got his... You need to separate your control groups of your infestors and your hydralisks. So you're attacking into cannons with your infestors.
Well, he appears to have them... Actually,
He might have them separated, but it looks like he's using that F2 key.
Oh, okay.
Because they're all moving simultaneously.
Yeah. At the very first day I got HOTS, or that I downloaded the beta, I turned off the select army hotkey.
I've just recently turned it off, so it's taking me time to get away from it. It's so addictive because it's so easy.
Yeah, exactly. I learned from prior RTS what a bad idea it is. So I didn't even bother. You might need more cannons.
Yeah,
You're-
this toss went full retard, and
Yeah,
you never want to go full
You're
retard.
completely ahead right now. And that's fine. You don't need to attack. You can just sit around, kill bases when they pop up.
Yep. Just keep the strangle on them.
There's really no need to even siege here. This is a very poor engagement.
Yeah, the infestors really.
No, I'm seeing some mismanagement here of the Hydras.
Are they just running around in circles or something?
Yeah. Might need more cannons. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, they're just kind of bumblefucking here. They're all trying to get in.
They're doing what?
They're bumblefucking. Instead of...
What the hell is that?
They're just kind of all tripping over each other and... Well, should I shoot? No, wait for me. No.
I've never heard that phrase before,
No,
man.
I made this phrase up. But basically,
Oh,
that's what
man.
they're doing. They're just kind of bumblefucking all over the place.
You're hanging out with me too much.
All right, when you're gonna do something like this, if you're gonna siege into a choke point, you need to kill the choke point before you proceed
Because otherwise, it serves its purpose of.
choking you. So you just come in, kill these cannons. No. See, you're on top of the cannons. There was no point in that. You know, you should have just attack moved from back here or whatever, killed the cannons that were up front, picked these things up out of the way so that you can get a good concave as you're coming in. Instead, it almost looks like you're stutter stepping your Hydras.
I think having some vision
Yeah.
to the high.
And this, I mean, you shouldn't have lost to this little... This is what, how many Void Rays is this? Yeah, you shouldn't have lost to that. That was just a bad engagement. That's hilarious. And
Looks like-
Tempests are just bad, man. When you see Tempests, just make Corruptors, as I see you are, and you can easily kill Tempests extremely cost efficiently, just like you can cost efficiently kill Void Rays with Hydras.
Yeah, because versus armored, non-massive units, Tempest damage is wicked low, especially for their cost.
Oop. Yeah, don't fight Void Rays with Corruptors. Granted, you had so many Corruptors, it's okay, but it's not cost efficient.
It did bait him back over the Spore Calls a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, that helps a little bit.
Yeah.
And you see how easily those Corruptors dealt with the Tempest.
Yeah. Took out like 4. Quick and easy. More Corruptors coming out. Now that his Void Ray count is completely gone.
Well, he's up to 14 Void Rays and 7 Tempests.
Oh, really? Back up to
Yeah.
14 already? Jeez.
Yeah, and I think GG was probably appropriate at that point.
Yeah.
Although, yeah, you didn't have the gas to make enough Hydras. Okay. So what we learned from this game, EnemyDrag, what you're doing here is you're not reading the situation properly, you're not handling something like this. When you see a player doing something like this, you know, 2 cannons doesn't indicate that, but this many freaking cannons says, I'm just going to sit in my base and turtle up. Which, in StarCraft, is a bad idea, because you just laugh at that. It's like, oh, okay, well then I'm going to expand all the way around the map and have complete control of the entire map. I'm not going to let you take any further expansions, and I'm just going to bleed you out. There's absolutely... I mean, I like where you attack this. That is what you want to be doing. You want to be attacking these auxiliary expansions. You're not going to be able to do much with Hydras against these 3 bases, but you don't have to, because guess what? These resources are finite. So just wait him out. Now, if you really want to be an ass, especially in Gold League, you can do things like make swarm hosts against this many cannons. You just park a few of them here and force a few bad engagements for him. It works very well.
Yeah, park them right behind that tree line there. Send them in. Beautiful. They got great range.
Yep.
These guys have huge mineral banks.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Alright. The next one is BijanT. He said he was going to get here at 5. And it's 5:30 right now.
You out there, Bijan?
Sounds like Grey Poupon.
I'm just gonna call him Big T.
And I'm just going to stretch for a second. Don't mind me.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright, I'm good. Alright, BijanT plays Protoss on Red Shitty.
Red Shitty?
Yeah.
So this is bronze, and it looks like the other person's doing their matchmaking. So this is the other person's placement match. Hopefully not
Indeed.
up against the Smurf.
Or you could be unranked.
It's true. So did Bijan send you any info about what he's having a problem getting going with? This being Bronze League and all?
I can go look real quick. I don't think I have anything
Have you
significant.
tried Control Escape instead of just resetting it every time?
Yeah, see what happens when I control escape. Might be able to pull up that. But no, I don't have anything for him.
Okay.
Let's see. Did we get any more? No. If there's anybody out there in chat who wants to get one more replay to Rob at TampaEsports.com, we might have time for it.
Yep. Yeah. Is it the email down there? No, it's just the Twitter and the Facebook.
Alright, let's look at how you play. Okay, the very first thing you need to do is, unless you're doing a specific build, you need to remember to chrono out your probes. And get that early economic advantage. And since you're bronze, what I mean by chrono, I mean when you literally select the nexus and you chrono boost on the nexus. So that the probes come out faster.
Hit C, click on the Nexus.
Yep. Okay, it doesn't make sense to make 2 gases and then only put 1 probe on each. It would have been better just to make 1 gas and put 2 probes on it.
Yep. If you're going to do the 2, do...
Now this is more than likely you didn't do that on purpose. There, yeah, you just forgot to transfer probes. Okay.
Other thing about that is that means that he built it and let the probes sit there doing nothing. You're, as Protoss, you're warping in, so you don't have to leave your probe there to build the building. Which, I think you know, but it just looks like you forgot. Zerg's going right to roaches. Roach speed. Where's that observer? That observer you just threw
So,
over.
how do you think you would pronounce this, Jared? Would this be Fak? Fake?
Is it F-A...
Face?
F-A-A-C? F-A...
Fake?
can't see. What's the letters? It's
So we're going to go with Fak.
Fak?
Yeah. Fak versus Bijan.
Blades Bijan.
with a 50% worker advantage is Protoss versus Zerg
That's
at
nice.
12 minutes.
Zerg's getting the upgrade for air. Zerg just blindly trying to counter Colossus.
Zerg is making Adrenal Clans at 13 minutes into the game. With Zerg Flyer Tech. Well, this is... Okay. To be fair, this is a very low-level game, so you kind of just build everything because you don't know what to build.
Adrenal attack faster. Good.
Yeah.
Immortals RS very good versus Roaches as they blew them up. It looks like he just needs more Immortal and Stalker. I mean, he's getting Zealot leg speed, but you don't really need it against that heavy Roach.
Actually, no. Against Heavy Roach, Zealots are pretty freaking nasty.
Really?
Yeah. Once you get Zealot legs, remember, Zealots have like the highest DPS of your low-level units.
But if he's building lots of Zealots and stuff, is he going to have enough to get something to deal with the Muse?
No, they don't jump, even with Zealot legs.
This isn't Desert Strike. They're not Vanguards. They don't play Desert Strike.
No.
Oh, there's a unit in Desert Strike for Protoss called Vanguards, and they're basically Dark Templar that are not stealth, and they can jump and attack air units.
Nice.
It is great. Desert Strike for me is a good stress reliever. If I have a bunch of crappy matches in a row and I need to take a step away from the game, I play just a match of Desert Strike. And whether I win or lose at it, I have a good time and it relaxes me a bit. Lots of units. Pretty good.
Yeah, his spending is actually really good.
Yeah, keeping it pretty low. I don't think I've seen his minerals up too high. Gas in his minerals are
Ooh, I don't like what he's doing here. Whoa.
moving
Okay,
up.
this is not like old-fashioned medieval warfare where you would send your shitty troops first, get them all killed, and try and soften up the enemy. In StarCraft, you engage with your whole army. And in fact, you're doing this backwards because you have your Zealots back here and you're sending your Stalkers forward. This is a critical mistake.
Yeah, Stalkers do good damage versus armored, but you do not want them tanking all the damage. Just
No.
because they're beefier than Zealots, they are more costly, and they do, you want them in the back doing their poke. They're like a last line of defense for your Colossus if they get through the Zealots. I'm kind of leaving them out there. More
Oh,
Roaches.
there we go. Okay, good. But, where are you? Okay. Whoa, okay. I think you gave them an order and then you gave them another order and it confused the targeting of the Zealots.
Yeah, it was a weird run around. It's like he sent them into attack and then moved them and then tried to attack them again. And
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Let's see, do you have these things hotkeyed? No, you don't have the Zealots hotkeyed. Okay. Alright, so you're going in for the attack. Okay, I think I know what happened. You probably clicked on one of the units in here, and that's why they're running around in circles.
Ah, they're trying to sprint to the unit in the middle.
Yeah, so make sure you attack move with your Zealots. Don't target fire your Zealots on the initial strike.
Otherwise, it ends up looking like a old Western movie. The Indians on horses running around the caravan.
Yeah, and where... Holy cow, didn't you have Colossi? Ooh, okay.
Yep. And Immortals are back with the...
These three units right here have enough DPS to kill half of this army. Even if these guys aren't shooting. If these guys are just on hold position, these three units back here... Oh, wow, you had a second Colossi. Could have easily killed half of the army by themselves.
Yeah, those Immortals would have just...
Yeah, so the fact that they're not fighting is just making this incredibly cost inefficient for you. Your army needs to move together as one cohesive unit. Now you can have individual hotkeys, like I definitely recommend the Colossi are on a separate hotkey, but you still need to have them all together. They need to be working together at all times.
You made it back to your Colossus, but your Zealots are gone now.
Yeah, here goes the Warp Prism. With 3 Zealots. I like Zealots. That's excellent for harass.
Yeah, Zealot Lightspeed Harass is an amazing harassment. It's probably better, I'd say, than Zerg Run Mode.
Oh, it's way better. Because this many Zealots, you can't kill without a significant army. They're just too nasty, especially in close quarters like this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you send in a bunch of Zerglings and they just kind of
Yeah.
clump up and force you to make bad trades.
Alright, so let's see how this engagement goes.
Moving out behind the Mutalisk.
Oh, he's using Gravitron Green.
Woo! There we go.
And a Bream.
Your Colossus went the wrong way. That's a bad spot for him to be.
Yeah, okay. So let's look at this engagement and see what happened. Okay. All the units are together. Whoa. Okay, so you split your army in half. And this is part of the pathing on Red City. But Red City's no longer in the ladder pool, so it's not going to really matter.
Yeah, that poor Immortal took the long way around.
Yeah, this is bad. Okay. What you want to do ideally is, since you don't have sentries, you're going to want a big concave. So you're going to want to position your units, so you need to just kill the rocks, and then come around here and position your units probably and siege up the ramp. Especially considering you've got high ground vision here with your observer.
Yep.
Coming into the side like this is not so good.
That's exactly the position that the Roaches want to be in.
And another thing you need to do is when you're going to start pushing like this, let's see, what is your gateway count right now? Oh, you only have 6 gates. At this point in the game, you should have 10 plus gates. And this is one of the reasons why. You want to, when you're attacking like this, you want to have a forward pylon, which you pretty much do here. This is good. I mean, obviously it would have been better to have one like over here or something. And then in the middle of a fight like this, you need to reinforce with Zealots. And run the Zealots in here and start hacking these things down to give these ranged units time to do their damage. What you don't want is Colossi directly engaging units.
Oh, yeah, and then the move command on the Stalkers to try and get underneath.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you ran the Colossi away, but they're not going to make it.
You do have blink, so if you're going to try and pick off Mutalisks down low ground, just blink down, don't walk around.
And now you're just streaming units in one at a time, so this is pretty much over. Okay, so the key thing here is you need to fight as one cohesive unit. And in fact, that's what happened both times. In both bad engagements, you had units streaming in, individual unit types streaming in one at a time, as opposed to your entire army moving together. And that's why you were losing fights that you shouldn't have lost. Also, remember to reinforce mid-fight. It's one of Protoss' strengths.
Yep, that warping. Very, very, very good.
Yes, it is very good. Hi.
Super Mega Gosu.
Oh, I haven't eaten today. No wonder I feel like shit.
You haven't eaten and you're having a drink.
Yeah, and I'm drinking. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, I had one thing of fries. Pardon me. No, I gave them to you. That's not food. Yes, food would be nice. Okay, so do we have any questions from chat?